Giving us an inside peek on his life. All right, so this year, it's a new year, you can get control of your finances. I need to practice what I preach.
We're going to help.
Get control of our finances.
So hard, yes. But we're getting expert advice on how we can achieve our money resolutions. Ahead, tips on starting a 30-day money cleanse from the fiscal femme. Ashley Feinstein-Gertzley will be here.
Good Day brought to you.
Getting control of our finances is one of the top New Year's resolutions or intentions year after year.
But it's easier said than done, don't we know that? And many people quickly, they get off track. So our next guest says, like a diet, you should go on a 30-day money cleanse. That is the title of her new book, her first book. Welcome, Ashley Feinstein-Gertzley. Hi, Ashley.
Hello.
Thanks for, congratulations on your very first book.
Thank
it's
you.
Awesome. So, you know, people join the gym. They, you know, in fact, they say by the 12th of the year, they usually fall off.
That's
but
2 more days.
Right, exactly. In 30 days, we can actually get control of our money.
Yes, and
Really?
create a new lifestyle. So it's not just a cleanse, it's something that you'll carry on after the book is over.
And it shouldn't be painful.
It should be, no, it should be fun. And that's my goal, is to make it fun and accessible.
So in the book, you wrote, like, you know, you didn't really care so much about your finances when you started out, but you learned some lessons the hard way.
Yes.
You talk about, there was a time I took a co-worker's investment advice and lost thousands of dollars. At the time, I didn't realize I needed to put my roommate's name on our renter's insurance policy, and then she wasn't able to use it when she really needed it.
Yeah, sorry, Ashley.
The time I opened a store credit card that was not user-friendly and that my credit was blemished for 7 years. So we make mistakes.
Yes,
and
we
we
do.
need to get on board. Give us the first tip that we need to get started on.
Yes, so most of us have no idea where our money's going, and so the first place to start, I think, is to get conscious. And one way to do that, it sounds simple, but it's really powerful, is to just write down or type out what we spend.
Right. I mean,
The item and
Every
then the amount.
day, every second.
it's like a journal, right?
Like a
because
food
when you
journal.
actually see it, sometimes whether you're paying cash or credit, you don't know where the money's really going, you know?
And now with Uber, we hop in and out. We don't even pay. So to actually reconnect, it doesn't have to be perfect. We'll forget. No big deal.
It's true, and you can set up something on your phone that you can make it easier just to kind of jot something in, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so get conscious, create a money journal, budget. It doesn't have to be a painful thing,
Yes.
but you need to establish some kind of budget.
I hate the word budget, so
Okay.
I renamed it.
What is it? What do you call
A
it?
happiness allocation.
Okay.
I think it's more fitting, honestly.
So
because-
what would be a happiness allocation in your mind?
So it's how we want to decide powerfully to allocate our money in the way that's going to make us the happiest in the short and long term. So looking at where our money's going.
So that for me would be like taking like a taxi instead of public transportation.
Right.
Would that be a
exactly.
happiness allocation?
If that makes you happy, yes.
Absolutely. Who wants to trek down the stairs and, you know, wait for the train? And what do you think?
Do you find that it changes men versus women in how the management of money is?
I find every single person can be different. So for me, I might really think that travel's important and be willing to let go of expenses in other places. For you, taxi is really important, and so I think just taking an honest look and deciding, aligning with our values is really important, instead of thinking, oh, I need to do this or I should do this.
How much do you assign to happiness?
A lot.
Is it like 10%? No, for your allocation for the week. Is it 10%, 20%, 50%?
The whole thing should be maximizing happiness, but not in the sense of like this is happiness in the moment, but happiness long term, so that you're also reaching your goals, which is part of our happiness, those long-term goals.
You have a section in the book where you have a list of hundreds of words that you want us to go through, words from bravery to empathy to fame to spirit. Anyway, there's a whole bunch, and you're supposed to take an honest look at these words and circle the ones that resonate with you. What is that exercise about?
Yes, that's a values exercise, and this is really helpful for excuse me, for our whole lives, not just our money lives, but creating a statement so we know what's important to us, and then we can let go of the noise. A lot of times we're spending money on things that actually aren't important to us.
Like you talk about frivolous spending in 30 days. So what would you consider? Stop frivolous spending, get clear on what's important.
Yes.
I would have a lot of reasons for what's important. Mitigate environmental
What does that mean?
toxins. Yeah.
So environmental toxins are the people, places, and things that get the best of our spending. For me, one is a makeup counter or Sephora. I end up buying all these things.
So don't walk in Sephora.
For me, it's better if I shop online for makeup.
Yeah, but you know, you can go crazy online also.
I know.
You know,
Definitely.
and I find that sometimes you'll get something online, and if it doesn't work, you even get lazy about returning it. So then
True.
you've just
All the
spent
stuff.
money on nothing.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
And that's why everybody has their own strategies.
So do you prefer credit versus cash, a credit card versus cash?
For the money cleanse, I recommend spending in cash
Why?
because it just feels so different to hand over $20 bills than to swipe a card or to hit a button. And I think even if it's not every expense, but a lot of them, it can be so helpful.
Okay, we can see you, by the way, and ask you questions in person. If you want to go to her book signing, it's at the Luminary, right?
Yeah.
Tonight at 6:30, and that's at 1204 Broadway.
And then there's also Little City Book signing in Hoboken. That's on January 17th at 7 p.m.
Lots of fun.
And you do
events.
some fiscal coaching as well, right on the side?
Yes, this actually came from a course that I have called 30-Day Money Cleanse. So it's a program, and then I also do one-on-one coaching.
So nice to meet you, Ashley.
very nice to
All
have
the
you
best.
on.
I think we better look
Get our
through-
act together.
Yeah,
Some money
exactly.
cleanse.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.